So I'm glad that reminded me, though. I'm going to need to switch the scene after, which I can forget quite a bit. Whoa, it says I have 10, 11 messages now. Oh no, that's just there. Okay. Cool. So I'm not really concerned about who's banning what and all that. I think there are some differences in the maps and whatever, but I'm not super worried about it. So I'm not going to follow the bans as of right now. If they're doing champion bans, I'd definitely be letting us know what's going on with that. But as I was saying, I think there's going to be a lot of Siriuses and Lucy's, and yeah, so it'll for sure be interesting to me, because I'm not sure if there are going to be a lot of the Palomas, because I personally believe that Paloma thrives a lot more in the 3v3 versus the 2v2. And there might be a few Oldurs. I don't know. I really expect to see a lot of Lucy's and a lot of Sirius, but more so Lucy in my opinion. I don't know what you think about that. Are you a big Battlerite follower? Okay, I gotta start closing some windows from stuff that I had, man. I had so much stuff open trying to get this ready. Gotta close this. Then I'll probably post match about to go live. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see kind of what ends up getting picked here. I didn't know that there was another Wolverine solo movie, to be honest with you. I haven't really checked a lot of that stuff out too much. I might need to make the, what you call it, a little bit smaller. The time one. All right, they're asking for how long on the round time there. I do believe that it is 2 minutes. I'll have to check the. Let me see here. Yeah, 2 minutes. Okay, so we are going in game here. And I didn't see who they picked there. So, yeah, it looks like a serious... Wow, they went double DPS here on the blue team. So, blue team is going to be going... unlock top down. Oh, man, that unlocks it way up there. That is so funny. I didn't realize it did that before the game starts. So, he's going to come up here. That's cool. I like that. Funny little camera thing there. So we have two Jades and then a Sirius and a Croak. So Croak, you know, is going to be able to definitely sustain a bit himself. So it'll be interesting to see how the blue team does here with that double DPS setup. But both teams are going to be coming in the mid, most likely doing their early poke. And nothing real tight for an engagement yet. Just a couple cancel casts. Here comes the stealth, so quite possibly going to see a snipe. Nope, another cancel cast. The snipe just missing there from the Jade as one comes out. The immaterial, really good pick there for the Battlerite. Is going to end up dodging it. Now the battle for the rune. It looks like that went to the blue team. And here's the hard engage now onto Sirius. Sirius taking quite a bit of damage. The turn does hit him. And Petrified just missing. So now the red Sirius has by far taken the most damage, with Croak taking the next a little bit. Ultimate already coming out here from the blue Jade. Good stun to stop the engage from the Sirius. Croak trying to do a little bit of follow-up, and they're going to fall back. So a bit of a reset. But red steals the orb and actually puts them in the lead now. And the red team looking in really good position. So the action's a little bit slower than I thought. Good job not hitting the counter there from the Croak, but not able to get the stun. Good snipe to put a little bit of damage in. He uses his ult to come in, tries to close the gap. There's the stun and another follow-up ult trying to help him out. but is not going to get huge peel as Sirius getting dangerously low. He's going to ult to heal back up, put a little bit of pressure. The orb is stolen by the red team. Another ultimate coming out. There's the stun follow-up. Huge burst, and Jade goes down there for the red team as Sirius now trying to get that kill onto Jade. Croak and Jade able to take him down in huge burst damage coming out there from the alt stun combo from Croak and Jade. Awesome communication there from the two. And that is round number 1 going to the blue team. And I believe that is Joker and Thief that ended up taking that victory. So, oh, does it reset? Oh, no. Yeah, it did reset my camera options. I do not like that it does that. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that it does that. So, really good first round there, I think, from both teams, but a little bit higher coordination from Joker with the Thief. Again, they have that double TPS, so they're going to be able to do quite a bit more burst damage. And so I think that Bro Guardians are going to have to play it just slightly slower and see if they can out-sustain them. But here comes the engage now, the double stealth. No one's really going to hit right there. Sirius coming in is not going to be able to hit his counter. Takes quite a bit of pressure now from the blue team Jade as the snipe comes out. Does hit him. The follow-up here from Croak. He's down to half health now already. However, counter pressure being put onto Kiza on the blue Jade. Mounts back up and gets the incapacitate. Do they follow up? There's the stun combo. Wow, look at that coordination coming out from Joker and Thief. The ultimate coming out, though, is going to get weakened. Not a whole lot of damage coming out there. The healing trying to get put back up there onto the Jade. Jade's able to leap away. The pushback from the blue Jade. They steal the orb. That's the red team. And now they're going to try to fall back and regroup. They could heal up here a little bit. Here comes the incapacitate. Probably no. Not going to get close enough. As you see Sirius trying to zone. Heals his teammate back up there. Stabby. And the pressure now coming back out. Will you see an ult? There's the ultimate, but the stun immediately stops it. However, the blue team Jade is getting dangerously low as Croak comes in. Good trance there from Sirius coming out, and no kill quite yet as the ultimate comes out to steal the orb, which they do get. Now red team is back at to their full health that they're able to have, and Jade is dangerously low. There's the trance, the follow-up, gonna leap away as Croak makes Stabby jump back. Stabby now dueling it. The two Jades, then the blue team Jade does go down. Will Croak be able to 2v1 this, though? He is a character that has some great comeback ability and capacity. Does take the snipe, though, and now round number 2 going out to Bro Guardians. So good job coming out from Bro Guardians. It looked a little scary there for a second, but having that extra sustain was really important, and they made sure to steal those orbs in the middle, which I think was very smart, which allowed them to not let the blue team that has no healer to catch up in health at all. So that was a really good round. I really like the fact that they did that. They even used their ultimate at one point, Jade ultimate, to get the orb, which again, I think that's okay. You're going to be able to out-sustain your opponent, and they weren't really suffering in damage. So I thought that was smart. The beginning kind of mind games happening again here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can see it. The snipe just missing there. Now we get some M1 trades, and there's the silence coming out from the red Jade. A lot of pressure being put onto Sirius, but he falls back. He's able to heal right back up. And the blue team now down, it looks like a quarter health almost, or 20%, and good job again. See, stealing that orb, not allowing the blue team to get really any health. They're controlling those top healths. Croak trying to get up there. He could maybe go in there, but he's going to get the double deceit. No! Oh, the immunity from the stealth that Stabby picked up. It made it so that the incapacitate missed, and that was pretty good because he just wasted a quarter of his bar now. And they steal the orb again, not able to get that. That is so important for the blue team. And I don't know if that was a accidental hit into the wall there, but the ultimate coming out from Jade, not going to do too much damage. However, again, the M1 trade's just doing a bunch onto that Croak, so Croak going to have to fall back. There's the deceit, does get the incapacitate. They're going to go onto the Jade. Nope, he ends up stunning the Sirius. Sirius able to get out, though, is now the M1 trades again. There's the ultimate from, but silenced immediately is the blue Jade. There's the stun onto the ultimate coming out from Sirius. Sirius going to have to try to heal up his teammate as she does get taken down. However, does he steal? No, he doesn't steal the orb. There's the ultimate. Goes immaterial, though. Isn't able to get the kill as she wasn't able to take damage. There's the ultimate follow-up. The counter, though, onto the Jade. Jade's going to leap away, desperately trying to stay alive as Crow comes in, just misses the Petrify, and now trying to fall back again, desperately trying to stay alive. Does get the counter, though, onto the incapacitate. The stun, though, follows up, and big damage coming out there from Sandos on Croak. And round number 3, the second one for the blue team, going to be taken by the Joker and Thief. That was a pretty exciting round. I don't know what you guys thought. I thought that was pretty sweet. Hey, thank you so much, Flame Angel. I appreciate it. And thank you for organizing this, man. I really like it. All right, thanks so much, Nightwing. You have a wonderful day, sir. So things looking good so far, guys. Let me know in chat if you like the camera angles, if you want me to try to change something else. You know, if you like me to place things differently, let me know. If you prefer that I follow a champion, you know, let me know that kind of stuff, and I'll adapt so you get the viewing experience that you like. So, all right, back to the action here. As the stun onto Sirius, a little bit of damage follow-up, but Kiza did take a bit of damage himself in the beginning, but hits the snipe, and now Stabby going to fall back. A snipe coming out does hit the blue team, Jade. So let's see who gets this orb. Blue team did get the orb, so that's good for them. I don't think they got a single orb last time, but they still did win the round. The stun coming up, not a whole lot of follow-up as Croak trying to fall back in the... Oh, man, the counter just hit. I thought that the, whatchamacallit was going to hit first, the M2 from Croak, but it didn't. There's the ultimate trades into each other. Not a good trade there for Kiza, as Kiza is taking out the orb taken by the red team. And this is going to be a really difficult fight here for Croak, but Croak tries... Oh, man, almost got the kill. And that would have been huge. If he could have made it a one-on-one, he would have had a fighting chance. I mean, he still does. Croak is very slippery, can put out some big damage. Here's the incapacitate, does get the incapacitate. And the immaterial, that was huge. Great stealth there from Stabby to avoid that. The pressure coming onto him. They do get the orb, though, so again, getting that health back up and that energy gain. Trying to get close. And again, the immaterial is going to come out as he got that Battlerite for... I believe it's the first. Is it the first one or the second one? I don't remember if it's the first or the second Battlerite. I'll take a look here. But here's the one where you turn stealthy at evasion for 1 second. Two huge clutch immaterial stealths there to avoid getting stunned and having a... might have killed him. I don't know. Especially with that one where Sirius was incapacitated. That could have been some serious damage being put onto... that Jade, because Croak, you know, has that huge burst damage with those 4 melees that come out really quick. So here we are into, this is round number 5. This normally would be the deciding round, so good job from these teams. However, this is first to 5, not first to 3, like it is normally in the ladder. So we'll see what happens here. You know, I think it takes a little bit more of the variance out of it. And the blue team does get the orb again. I think that's good for them. The spell block, incapacitate. He does end up sniping. They decided to go on to the Sirius. I thought for sure that they would switch targets going on to Stabby, but they probably recognized that he didn't have his escape up or something. I don't know. Just missing the incapacitate there from Croak, and big damage now coming onto the Blue Jay. Blue Jay going to leap away, and Sirius taking a bit of damage, is going to hit his counter, though, and get out of there as the red team took the orb again. There's the incapacitate. Here comes the follow-up. Stun does snipe. Oh, my goodness. That was like 30% of his health gone in half a second. Stabby's going to have to go crazy here trying to survive, and this is going to be really, really difficult. Let's see this from Stabby's view. There's the ultimate coming out, taking a bit of damage as Croak trying to get in there. Croak going to fall back. Good job by Stabby forcing her out. And will she be able to grab this? Yeah, she is. She grabs the energy, so going to be able to snipe here. Oh, leaps away right as it starts. There's the interrupt. The ult coming out, not going to get the kill. And that's a great play from the blue team Jade to give themselves the lead 3 rounds to 2. Really, really good job there. That was pretty intense. I think they... These teams are really going at it neck to neck. Kiza1337, what's going on? Man of War, how you doing? And Sanderson, welcome to the stream. Again, if you have any concerns or questions about, you know, camera, that kind of stuff, just let me know. But the round is starting. Beginning damage has come out as Sirius taking a bit of pressure, and so is the red team Jade. However, blue team Jade took a lot. The immaterial again, just proving so valuable there as Sirius trying to come in, does trade a little bit, dashes away, but there's the incapacitate stun, the double snipe, huge damage coming out as red team Jade gonna have to fall back. There's the ultimate though from blue team Jade. The trance does go out. He's trying to heal back up. Croak putting on a bunch of pressure. There's the ultimate and not able to get the kill, but there it is. I was gonna say she survived a little bit longer than I thought as Sirius spaces is onto the Jade. Does get the silence, leaps away. There's the counter, trying to stay on that Jade to get the kill. There's the ultimate, gets the kill. He's going to keep healing up through this damage. is able to space away the incapacitate. The heal's coming out now. Incapacitate doesn't hit. Good job trying to play defensive there, and now a big one-on-one. There's the ultimate. Is his space up, though? Can he avoid the damage? His space wasn't up in time, not able to avoid. And nice job there from Sandos to pay attention to that. Croak has a seriously counterable ult. He does do a little bit of initial damage, but the big damage that happens at the end can be evaded by almost every character in the game, as they have spells that kind of put them out of target, I guess you would say, and can make it so they don't take damage. So they get some invulnerability frames. But one game away now is Joker and the Thief from taking this first match here. Let's see, is Bro Guardians going to be able to come by? The Petrify does hit. Here's the follow-up now onto him. Huge damage. The Weaken coming out. She's going to fall back, taken down to half. Who gets the orb here? It goes to the red team, as red team needs to get this victory. The stun coming out. He's able to counter into that heal, though, so not a ton of pressure. Good jump, though, to avoid that. Wow, that was a really good jump to avoid the snipe damage there, as both the red team have their ultimate. There's the ult coming out onto the Jade, is going to get stunned. The incapacitate was on the Sirius, so he wasn't able to follow with the double ult, but the blue team does get an orb now, and that's going to give them much needed energy and a bit of health there as the snipe comes out. There's the incapacitate. Again, the stealth and material, though, just huge. Follow-up now onto the blue Jade. Blue Jade's taken out as red Jade tried to jump in here, and it's just going to be Croak. Will he be able to 2v1 this? Gets the ultimate onto Jade. Jade will be able to counter that with the Q like she did right there. And the snipe coming out, except he steals it. Nice job there by Croak. Going to be able to get that energy and the health, which is so important for him right now. Will he be able to get a double ult? Is he going to use it incapacitate? Does, but counters it. But there's the follow-up now. And he's going to dash away. Ultimate coming out from the Jade. Able to leap once, twice. Only takes about one shot from the ultimate. So that is really good. And there's the... Oh! He almost had the ultimate, but it ends up getting sniped, and it stops his ultimate from coming out. So not going to be able to get that to happen. And now as the Smog of Doom coming in, and Croak gonna try desperately to kill the Sirius, but Sirius does hit his counter, and that was a very tough victory to pull out if you are that Croak player. So nice job by Not the One, and I think it's Stabby for Bro Guardians to come back. They need to get another round to bring it even, and still Joker and the Thief one round away from taking the first match. So let's see how they set up. Both teams going to the north, and no